Hello and welcome sa panibagong episode ng Katarantaduhan Podcast. It's your boy, Erwin.
It's your girl, Isabel.
Ready ka na? Sa panibagong
Yes, ready
kumpisalan? Yan. So, again, start ng salamat po sa mga sumusuporta sa amin sa podcast, sa TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, and taos-puso po kami nagpapasalamat. So, wag kayong tumigil sa pagsuporta. Anyway, simulan na natin ang panibagong kumpisalan. Medyo matindi to. Hello! Gusto ko lang sana ilabas ang bigat na dinadala ko araw-araw. At sana mabigyan ng advice. I am female, 23 years old. I have this male cousin and we were very close. We both have problems with our family. We're almost alike. We spent most of our time together. Playing, talking, even gala together. I treated him like my brother. We had our asarans and tampuhans. We quarreled occasionally and even got mad at each other sometimes. As we grew up, we had our fair share of our own relationships and we gave each other advices. Sometimes we would drink alcohol and talk about our problems na kaming dalawa lang. I felt cared for and he felt important. We learned new things from each other. It was a bittersweet relationship. But there was this one time na we were sleeping beside each other. It was a normal thing for us because he's like my brother. Pero this time, I felt him touching me in places that he was not supposed to. I did not understand what I felt at that time. It was uncomfortable. But at the same time, I was yearning for it. I started touching him too. We let each other finish and then right after, we acted like nothing happened. I don't know why but the same thing happened again 3 times. After those encounters, I started feeling dirty and guilty. I became distant to him. I always got furious whenever he's around and I told him to stay away from me. Then months went by. I was in a 1-year relationship. It messed me up so badly. I was physically and mentally abused in that relationship. And I could not take it anymore. I was crying to my cousin about it. He held me. I was so down and I badly needed something to make me drown my thoughts. We drank that whole night. I was drunk and hurt. I got carried away and suddenly, I started touching him. That night, it was not just touching. Something happened between us. Afterwards, I felt so guilty again. I could not sleep. My thoughts were cloudy. I felt dirty. I wanted to fix things with my then boyfriend. And because of the guilt I felt, I lied to my boyfriend about getting raped by my cousin, just so he would forgive me for what happened. Things started to get messy, and my boyfriend told my whole family about the matter. I was interviewed by the police and I could not admit the truth, because if I did, it would be a shame to my family. And I could not live with the thought that everyone would be disgusted with me. At that time, I would rather be hated by the one person I cared about than be hated by everyone else. But right now, 5 years has gone by, and I still regret everything I did. He was not arrested during that time because we were both underage when it happened. I regret every single second of what happened. He was my best friend and I loved him, and I think he felt the same for me. Every day I wish I could tell him that I'm sorry, that I wish I could make things the way they were, normal. But I know that won't happen. He still stalks me on my social media accounts and I do the same too. How I wish I could just message him and ask for forgiveness, not to be close to him again, but instead to let go of the baggage and move on. I still feel like I'm stuck in the past even if I'm already living a good life with my live-in partner. Until now, nobody else knows the truth but me and my cousin alone. Should I ask for forgiveness and tell him I am sorry for everything? I am tired of carrying this burden of my past. Should I confess the truth to my current boyfriend? I'm too scared to tell him because now I'm in a healthy relationship and I might lose him if I tell him the truth about what really happened that night. For all I know, I was only a kid who was curious about things. I was craving for love that my family could not provide. It was a mistake, a terrible mistake. Do I still deserve to be forgiven? I have grown and I have changed. I am already the greatest version of myself. I am seeking forgiveness from my past so I can move on, to move forward without my past haunting me down.
Ganda. I mean, ang galing magsabi ng story niya.
Galing ng kwento, no?
Yeah, I mean, ang ganda niya magsalita magkwento.
Right? Diba? Ang galing, diba?
Oo.
Pero, anong take mo dun sa kumpisal na yun?
It's sad. I guess kasi, ewan ko ha. Hindi ko alam. Pero mali naman talaga yung nangyari sa kanila. Mali yung ginawa nila. Pero, well, let's not dwell doon right now kasi ang hinihingi niya ng advice, anong gagawin niya, di ba?
Like, should she be asking for forgiveness or should she seek forgiveness? Like, yun yung hinihingi niya.
I guess, yeah, makipag-usap na siya dun sa cousin niya and seek for forgiveness.
Yeah.
Kasi it's not only for her. I'm sure bothered din yung cousin niya and it's very unfair to him yung nangyari.
I know.
Yeah, and honestly, grabe din talaga yung love ng cousin niya for her. Na hindi siya idiin sa moment na yun.
I was on the same boat as you.
Diba?
Yeah. Pero let's talk about yung relationship. Like before we even dabble into dung sa ginawa niyang betrayal, I was just like, what the fuck?
I know.
Like that happens between like cousins na
I think inakala lang nila na it was a romantic relationship just because wala silang mapagsabihan. Alam mo yun, parang nagdamayan sila in a wrong way.
Kasi pareha silang may common issues yung sa family.
Yeah.
And so, nahanap nila sa isa't isa. Kumbaga parang, alam mo yung missing sa puzzle.
Yeah.
Tapos parang dun sila nag-connect.
Pero kasi mali yun Dapat nagdamayan sila as family.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, as cousins. Well, at first, ganun ginagawa nila, di ba? Kaso siguro kasi masyado na talaga silang na-immerse sa love ng isa't isa na feeling nila, this should turn into something like bigger. Like something next level.
Yeah.
Pero hindi dapat mangyari yun sa magpinsan. Like,
and to think I think she's 23 and sinabi 5 years ago. So, she was 18 that time.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah. And it's actually crazy to me na a relationship between cousins could evolve like this.
I know. Kasi, like parang cousins usually, like they grew up together. Sabi nga niya, parang brother.
Oo.
Diba, like, nakita mo lumaki yung isang tao. I don't really know kung paano ka madedevelop suddenly ng like romantic relationship if pinalaki ka as magpapatid kayo, ganun lang turingan nyo. Kasi I have cousins and talagang almost lahat ng cousins ko except for one ay boys. Mm-hmm. And same age kami halos. Pero ang tingin ko talaga sa kanila is like my brothers, ganun. Sa akin, tingin nila, sister.
Yun nga
ganun yung klase ng damayan na meron kami
Yun nga yung nakakatawang point, or I don't really wanna say nakakatawa, but mind-boggling kasi yun yung term brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And if you have a brother or meron kang sister, you don't see it like that.
Yeah.
And yun yung sinabi niya na parang magkapatid sila. Pero kasi, ang nakakapagtaka doon, I feel like at a certain age, parang meron kasi ng boundary between yung
totoo
pag magkatabi kayo. You know what I mean? Parang, let's just say, at 7 years old.
Yeah.
Wala pang mali siya yun Parang hindi ka pa
aware sa mga ganung bagay.
'Di ba? So, in the same way, sabi niya kasi curious nga din. So, it's quite possible na nag-hit or it was during puberty.
Yeah.
And during that point in time, sobrang wild ng hormones mo, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
So, quite possibly, naka-apekto yun.
Yeah, malamang nga yun lang yun
Yeah.
Like, ang hormones kasi talaga, ang hirap talaga niyang kausap Pero kasi yung sinasabi mo like, yung feelings, I don't think you love yung person.
Romantically.
I don't think love niya romantically.
Yeah.
Parang call of nature or something ganon. Alam mo yun, tapos siya yung nandyan, walang ibang nandyan.
Yeah.
Siya yung, nagpapakita sa akin ng love, ng care, ng affection na kailangan ko.
Yeah, yung diba? Sinisik niya na
so
attention nandun.
Package. Diba?
Yeah. Tapos, siguro nagpalala pa dun is the fact na meron silang problema na and sila yung parang comfort ng isa't isa. Tapos nandun pa yung wild hormones.
Yeah.
Tapos nandun pa yung curious ako.
Yeah.
How does it feel yung mga ganitong bagay? Kasi sabi niya, it all started with touching. Tapos, tapos nun, naulit ng 3 times. Would you still consider that na-curious ka pa din after 3 times?
Hindi na. Alam mo na dapat yun sa una pa lang eh.
So, hinanap-hanap siguro nila yung feeling. Pero at the same time, nandiri siya si girl. Tapos, parang, parang ayaw niyang nakikita niya yung guy around. I don't know kung valid yun. Kasi parang sinabi mo, like going back, na unfair nga.
Oo.
Diba? Kasi hindi lang naman yung guy ang may gusto eh.
Yeah.
Diba? So parang, they both went into this knowing na parehas nilang gusto. So parang ang unfair nga naman nung treatment niya dun kay guy nung after nung sa touching pa lang. Then, moving on, nagka-jowa siyang toxic. And then, I guess, physically and mentally abused. Dun na naman.
Tumakbo na naman siya kay Guy. Kasi parang, alam naman niyang mali na may relationship silang kakaiba as cousins. Pero, bakit hindi ka lumalayo sa temptation eh? Lumayo siya once.
Bumalik.
Pero, bakit doon ka na naman bumalik nung may nangyari sa'yo? Oo. Like, you knew na mangyayari yon. Alam mo sa puso mo na at yun ang gusto mong mangyari kaya ka nagpunta doon.
Totoo yun. Actually,
diba?
Like, parang, before you even go there, alam mo na sa sarili mo na parang there's something that like,
could happen.
Na parang, I don't think pumunta siya doon para mag-chill lang eh.
Yeah.
Kasi she's seeking for something.
Yeah.
Which is comfort and I don't know what else.
And other things.
Diba? So ngayon, puntahan natin yung pinakamalalang part. Yung gusto kong tawagin, the betrayal.
Yeah.
Kasi, imaginein mo sinabi niya na toxic na yung boyfriend niya pero gusto niyang ma-win back. And ginawa niya yung extremes na gumawa siya ng kwento.
I know.
Anong take mo dun sa putang inang betrayal? Kasi para sa akin, yun yung what the fuck? Parang kung sa akin yun manggagaling na parang ako yung comfort mo all these times. I'm not saying na tama yung ginawa natin, but we both consented to it and then you're gonna tell me a made-up story, tas ako pa yung inaccuse mo ng rape. And to think, rape is not something you actually just fiddle around with. Like, just the term itself. Pag parang na-brand ka nun, or dumikit sa pangalan mo yun, things will actually never be the same for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even for your family, even ang tingin sa'yo ng family mo. Like, hinayaan niyang malus ni Guy lahat-lahat ng meron siya, even his dignity, just to save herself. Diba?
Ganun niya kamahal yung cousin niya.
No, like, I mean, what I'm saying is, yung babae ang inaano ko lang.
Okay. I see
like,
what you mean.
just to save yourself.
From disgrace.
Yeah, hinayaan mong ibang tao.
Na masira.
Yeah, pareho naman kayo ng...
Pinili niya yun.
Yeah. And ang bigat masyado ng rape. Hindi siya biro.
Yes.
Like, pwede siyang makulong.
And nagkataon lang na minor de edad.
Yeah, exactly. So, alam mo yun, parang sobrang ano naman ni ate, willing kang sirain ang buhay ng isang tao just to save you from shame.
Sobrang
sa bagay na ginawa mo naman talaga.
Sobrang damot niya. And, well, if you think about it, I don't know if maturity plays into it. Kasi, nung nangyari yun is, kasi nga, it was 5 years now nung sinasabi niya tong kwento, she was still 18. And kapag ganun ka kabata, I really do think na wala ka pang maturity to understand yung consequences ng mga ganung bagay.
Yeah.
Which is why, nandito siya ngayon, nagko-confess, sinasabi niya na na-realize niya. Pero kasi, I feel like yung betrayal na ginawa niya, hindi lang sa pinsan niya eh.
Yeah.
Yung ex-boyfriend niya.
Yeah.
Yung family nila.
Yeah.
And yung current live-in partner niya. You know what I mean? Parang, she owes that, like yung truth na yun, dun sa 3 entities na yun. Kasi, imaginein mo, pag nalaman nila, yung totoo.
Yeah, kasi pag nalaman nila yung totoo, may maaring mag-change sa the way they think, the way they decide, lalo sa current niya.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
It's a big factor na nagawa mo yun. O paano kung masasabi na hindi mo ko
gaganunin,
i-accuse bigla ng ganyan. Yun nga, pinsan mo, sabi mo, love na love mo, sobrang bait sa'yo, sobrang mag-care sa'yo, ginawa mo yun.
And hindi nga nag-defend yung guy eh. Parang tinanggap niya lang lahat, di ba?
Yeah.
Like, grabe yun. I feel like pag nalaman nila yung totoo, complete shift yun.
Yeah.
Kasi trust yun eh.
Oo.
Like full 180, I think, na tangina bro. Like,
yeah. And honestly, hindi mo na din mababawasan man lang yung damage na nangyari dun sa guy. Kahit pa maklear yung name na niya right now, kahit makahanap siya ng justice right now, yung 5 years na, or
buhay
like,
niya.
Yeah, yung buhay niya, yung pinagdaanan niya.
Dala niya na yun eh.
Yeah, yung tingin sa kanya nung pamilya.
Hindi lang yun, kundi lahat ng taong nakapaligid na nakakaalam, di ba?
Diba?
So,
Kaya nga.
yeah. So yun, pag-usapan natin si Guy Cousin. Ang believe ko naman sa kanya, to his credit, binetray siya, pero hindi niya nilaglag.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know kung siguro talagang ganun niya kamahal yung pinsan niya. I don't know if it's romantically, pero I guess he really cares about like
for
this
sure,
one person. Di ba? Kasi ikaw, anong gagawin mo kung ginawa sa'yo yun? Like, obviously, ang una, ako
Dead na yun.
Una kong gagawin, ide-deflect ko yun. Tangina, makukulong ako. Masisira yung buhay ko after this. And hindi man ako makulong, may record ako.
Kaya nga.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, may record na siya talaga nun.
Yeah.
Diba sa DSWD, meron na siya nun.
So, lahat ng gagawin ko from here onwards is apektado na.
Yeah.
Dahil dun sa ginawa niyang selfishness.
Yeah.
Diba?
Totoo yan. Yeah, kung ako yun, automatic i-deny ko yun. Sasabihin ko talaga, tanungin niyo siya kung talagang rape or ano.
Yeah.
Mabigat kasi yun. Alam mo, hindi ko saya niraromanticize ang pagnanakaw ha. O magnakaw ka. Okay, fine, nagnakaw ka. Rape, it's a different
ball game yun.
Yeah, sobrang
like yung severity nung krimen na yun.
Yes.
There's no going back to it. Pag ginawa mo yun, that's it. You're actually done.
Exactly.
Diba?
Ang pagnanakaw, let's say magnanakaw ka, makulong ka saglit, mayroon kang what you call counseling.
Probation.
Okay, fine. Pero pag rape kasi, iba talagang level siya.
Label ka na.
Yeah, labeled ka na.
Yeah. That's true. Ang lala nun kasi, like I said, kasi di ba kanina may napag-usapan tayo, sa isang episode may napag-usapan kami about rape. Mm-hmm. And yun yung isang bagay na we just don't use loosely. Kasi may mga taong victim talaga.
Totoo.
Na apektado nun na it could be triggering for them.
Yeah.
So for someone na parang, oh shit, naisip ko na, tangina, magrereklamo ako, sabihin ko rape.
Yeah.
Parang alam mo yung ginagawa lang nilang parang light.
Yeah.
Yung bagay na yun, which is it's not.
Yeah.
Yun yung gusto kong i-point across na dito sa amin, gusto naming sabihin na gusto naming i-acknowledge yung mga victims and we empathize with you guys. And for this person, yun yung number one na parang sa akin when she said na seeking for forgiveness, or are you just trying to get people to sympathize with you?
Yeah.
Do you really want forgiveness, or it's just because parang
gusto ng peace sa sarili niya pa rin?
Kasi feeling ko pinapatay siya ng konsensya niya eh.
I think that's it.
'Di ba?
Oo.
And I think yung pinakamabigat na hindi niya matake kung bakit kinakain siya ng konsensya niya is yung after all of those things, walang pinakita yung cousin niyang lalaki sa kanya kundi pagmamahal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yung kindness na yun, parang he killed her with kindness.
Totoo. Oh my gosh, I was about to say that.
See? That's, like, to me, that's, like, hindi ko kaya yun, Ikaw ba
Kaya ko yun. Yun ang lagi kong ginagawa,
Like, kahit
pero sa moment na ganyan, hindi. No, ibang level yan.
Yeah, totoo naman. Hindi ito yung isang bagay na kaya kong gawin. Yung kill this with kindness. Ikaw, anong masasabi mo kay Guy Cousin besides yung, like,
kay Guy Cousin, like, mali talaga ginawa nila. Pero I admire him for doing that. Pero, for me, sana pinaglaban na lang yan sarili niya.
Like, is it worth it?
Kasi, kasi kita mo naman kung gaano ka nilaglag. Pinakita na sa'yo ng tao paano ka nilaglag So, kita mo na ugali niya. Kita mo na kung anong value mo sa kanya.
Yeah.
Bakit hindi mo pa babalikan?
Like, she didn't even think twice, right?
Yeah. Sinira ka niya. Kita mo, sa harap-harap mo, sa harap ng family mo, dapat at that moment naisip na niya na, itong tao na to. Tayo na buwisit, wag na to.
Subok na.
Wala na to. Inilaglag niya ako, ilalaglag ko na rin siya.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people hindi gagawin yon, pero as a selfish person.
I don't think selfish ka nun
Well,
kasi,
actually, totoo. Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're being selfish when, obviously, you're,
diba?
Like, ang kapalit nun habang buhay na, diba? Like, parang, consequences na hindi mo naman talaga ginawa. So it's not being selfish. It's more like you know your self-worth na
Yeah, actually, tama
like
ka.
yung value mo as a person na parang tangina.
Yeah.
Hindi naman ito yung vision na nakikita ko sa sarili ko na bubuuin ko. And sisirain mo lang lahat yun. Tapos yung ginawa mo pa is gawa-gawa lang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and honestly, bestie, they could have kept it a secret.
Yeah.
It's just that gusto niya i-win back yung guy.
Makati din.
Diba,
After nung red flags, yung toxicity ng relationship.
Yeah.
Diba?
Gusto niya lang i-win, kaya niya sinira ng ganun yung pinsan niya.
And to think yung pinsan niya na yun yung nagsabi, ang dami nilang pinagsamahan.
Yeah.
Like, all these, you know, like parang, I don't even think na parang she even thought about it twice.
Yeah.
She just wanna save
I
herself.
don't think so, yeah.
Like, she just wanted, not even like, she wanted to save herself from shame. There was no shame.
Yeah.
Sa simula pa lang. Gusto niya lang makuha yung guy and gumawa siya ng paraan to the point na extreme.
Yeah.
Such that yung guy talagang emotionally matitrigger ka na, oh shit. Alam mo yun? Yung
Yeah.
parang desperate measures na.
Kaya nga.
Yung ganun. Would you do that pag may ganun kakagustong lalaki?
No.
No.
I would never do that.
Yeah. Yun. Totoo
Like,
naman.
Kung may gusto akong lalaki, ako na lang masira. Like, alam mo yun, bakit ko dadama yung iba? Hindi naman yung sasyatain nun. Di ba? Ako may gusto, di ako na lang magpapasira. Bakit pag dadamay ako ng iba?
Totoo yun. Totoo yun. So, moving on. Punta tayo sa sa takeaway. Ano ang pwedeng conclusion or pwedeng sa tingin mong kapupulutan ng aral? Actually, yung takeaway natin, pag-usapan natin, should she seek forgiveness and should she be forgiven?
Should she seek for forgiveness? I think yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think not for her peace, but for the guy's peace.
Yeah. I like that
Kasi
one.
I think yung guy, dala niya rin yun eh.
Oh yeah, that's a baggage na dala-dala niya for the longest time probably.
Yeah. So I think makipag-usap siya sa guy, ask for forgiveness, and then tanong niya sa guy if do you want me to come clean sa family? Kasi may ibang tao na nag-subside na yung issue. Kahit pa ayaw na nilang sabihin para hindi na ulit mabuksan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think tanongin niya yung guy, gusto mo bang mag-come clean ako? Gusto mong buksan? Kasi I'm willing na masira na ako. You know, para maging okay ka na, bigyan ka na ng justice. Kasi talaga nagsisisi ako sa ginawa ko.
I actually don't know kung ganun yung thought process ni girl. Kasi asking for forgiveness is one, but taking accountability is another.
Yeah.
Like, would she take accountability for what she did? Which means, I'm sorry, and since I'm sorry, I'm gonna take accountability. Or, sorry, but I'll keep it a secret.
Yeah.
So, at the end of that, did she really ask for forgiveness talaga?
Kaya nga, dapat talaga, guy ang tanungin niya doon.
Diba?
Pero dapat, she should be willing
Ready, yeah.
to take accountability
Diba?
sa ginawa niyang yon. Pero, yung decision na yon, to let everyone know, should come, I think, from the guy. Kasi may iba na, natahimik na yung buhay ko, ayoko na ulit buksan yung topic. It was too traumatic for me. I don't wanna open it anymore.
That's fair. Totoo
Diba?
yun. Yeah.
Should she be forgiven?
That's a guy say, hey.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't dictate him or mag-suggest whatever kasi hindi ko alam kung anong pinagdaanan niya.
True.
And ako personally hindi ko rin alam kung anong gagawin ko that time. Like kung mangyari man sa akin yun. So I think I leave it sa guy kung anong gagawin niya. Pero I want him to know na kung ano man ang maging decision niya, walang mali sa decision niya. Like, and walang selfish sa decision niya kung choose niya na hindi patawarin yung girl.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, totoo. Tama ka dun.
Yeah. Pero I hope mahanap niya yung peace na nag-come clean yung girl, whatever kung ano man intentions niya. I mean, nag-sorry sa kanya, whatever kung anong intentions niya, kung for herself or for the guy.
Yeah.
Pero like as the guy, I just hope magkaroon siya ng peace sa sarili niya.
Yeah. Ang ganda nun. Ang ganda na sinabi ni Bella. So for me, just to add is, yeah, should she seek forgiveness? Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Like, since day one, should have been. Like, the moment na nag-steer siya ng ganong karalang issue na nag-escalate na na-involve ang police and nagkaroon ng, like, I guess, criminal record. I'm assuming meron kasi sinabi lang naman, di ba, hindi nakulong.
Yeah.
Pero for sure meron yun. At that point, you should have said sorry already.
Yeah.
And should she be forgiven? like sabi nga natin, that's not for her to say na you should forgive me. Diba? That is for the guy to say. And tama yung sabi mo nun na nakigay na is kung gusto niya pang pag-usapan to or hindi. And dapat si ate is ready kung ano man ang sabihin ni guy. Hindi siya pwedeng mag-demand na nag-sorry na ako. Okay na ba tayo? Well, hindi naman niya sinabi yun. Parang sinabi niya, gusto niyang mag-seek ng forgiveness not to be close again. Parang gusto niya lang alisin yung burden na yun. Pero I feel like sa pag-alis ng burden na yan, may masisira sa'yo.
Yeah. Kung willing siyang magpasira. Pero kung gaya nga yung tama kang sinabi mo na, what if nagsasorry lang siya?
Just to say sorry.
Yeah, just to say sorry. Para na, tanggal na. Nag-sorry na ako, whatever ko anuhin mo, nag-sorry ako sa'yo.
I don't think yung saying sorry in itself, especially kung hindi siya genuine, I don't think maalis yung burden niya eh.
Yeah, hindi.
Diba? Kasi hindi niya inadmit yung pagkakamali niya.
Yeah.
And unang-una sa lahat, let's say mag-sorry ka sa akin and I know kung anong ginawa mo. Sabihin ko sa'yo, nagsasorry ka, ano bang ginawa mo?
Yeah.
So aaminin mo sa akin ngayon or kung sino man yung nakaharap. Pag inamin mo, that's it. Diba?
Yeah.
So yun. So para sa akin, mag-take ka ng accountability. Maging responsable ka dun sa sa actions mo.
Yeah.
Tanggapin mo anuman ang maging consequence nung ginawa mo. And I guess second takeaway is sa mga nakakapanood nito, huwag kayong makipagrelasyon sa pinsan nyo. You know, like I don't know, medyo gray area kasi to eh.
Yeah.
Like this shit happens. And I'm not saying na it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. There is like a fine line between what is okay and what's not.
Yeah.
And especially, iba-iba naman yung kinalakihan.
Yeah, totoo.
Diba?
Kaya sinabi ko kanina, iba't ibang culture.
Yeah.
Hindi natin
Iba din eh. Tsaka ang alam ko sa code sa Philippines hindi ko alam kung tama pa yung tanda ko, pero I remember from Filipino class, or araling panlipunan is I think pwede mong asawahin yung pinsan mo pero 6th degree na or 5th.
Yeah,
Ganun
I think
kalayo.
may mga degree ng ganyan.
So may may certain possibility na okay kasi kung mag-aasawa ka ng pinsan mo na sobrang lapit, like for example 1st degree, 2nd degree, pwedeng magkaroon ng problema yung magiging anak nyo. Di ba? Like parang may tawag dun eh. So may tawag dun sa sakit ng bata na yun pagka ganun ka-close yung family ties. Like alam mo yung pag nag-asawahan nga is yung mga magkakapatid, di ba? Yung kinalalabasan.
Yeah, kahit nga sa aso eh.
Di
ba? What more pag sa mga tao?
Like tao sa aso? Hindi, joke. Yung hindi, joke lang guys. So yun lang. Parang, I mean, just, hindi naman namin kayo mapipigilan ni Belay dito kung anong gusto niyong gawin. But we're just trying to say is be mindful kung gusto niyong pasukin yung ganong klase ng relasyon or setup, sobrang gulo lang.
Yeah. Magulo lang.
Magulo yan, for sure. Kasi family involved eh.
Oo.
Diba? Let's just say pinayaga kayo ng pamilya niyo pag nag-break kayo.
Kaya nga, di ba? Yun na yun, ang awkward nun.
Di ba? Ang gulo. Let's say paano kung toxic pala yung pinsan mong ganyan, and then magkakasiraan na yung buong pamilya. So, like yung yung steer na i-cause niya sa buong family is it worth it? Yung tatanong ko sa inyo.
Yung magkapit-bahay nga ng magjowa, pag nag-break, kagulo, di ba?
Magkagulo, di ba?
Yung pang magpinsan.
Yeah. So, pag ginawa nyo yan or ma-decide nyo na gusto nyo ipagpatuloy, then by all means, be our guest. Pero, just at the end of it, ask yourself, is it gonna be worth it?
Yeah.
So, if it is, then sana maging okay kayo. Yun lang. So, pero isa pa, wag nyong gagamitin yung word na rape loosely. We acknowledge people or the victims of such a thing and iwasan natin yun. And sa mga dumanas ng bagay na to, we hope and we pray na maging okay kayo. Yun lang. Mahanap nyo sana yung peace. Anything else, Belay?
No, I think you said it na.
Thank you. So, thank you guys sa pag-tune in sa episode na to. And hanggang sa muli, it's your boy, Erwin.
It's your girl, Isabel.
Until next time, peace.